channel. This is Empress Lysa beaming in a big heart share to talk into the elements of being incredibly gifted, empathic, highly sensitive, or spiritually aware in this life. My last video struck some really great questions in accord with people when I was speaking about friendship and why empaths actually find it so hard to actually find ideal friendship in this life. One of the great questions that I had was, how do I say no to being a personal counseling service for my friends? Do you know what this lady's talking about? And the reason why I'm excited to jump in and make this alive is that this used to be my life. And what's so interesting is that there's a few things we need to do. And one of the first things that we need to do is understand that this is our function. If you are dispensing wisdom, helping give insight on patterns, helping people to understand themselves, guiding them, coaching them, if you're doing that and you're not doing anything remotely similar professionally, you will continue compulsively doing that because you need to do that. One of the great things that I love and know is that we have to design our lives around the truth of who we are. We have to support all of ourselves to be able to be expressed and come forward in this life, or it will find sneaky ways of coming forward. So there's a lot of very wise, talented, insightful people that don't recognize, accommodate, or support the natural genius that is within them. And what they will find, it'll just sneak out in their friendships. And if they're not willing to allow themselves to be wise in their career, then they'll be wise in their friendships, but then you'll have a lineup of people calling on your wisdom. Do you know what I mean? So first of all, I'd be really, really cautious and self-aware around, are you actually allowing yourself in your professional career to express the truth of who you are? It's a really great place to start. So before I actually allowed myself to step into self-employed business 9 years ago, I actually did help people on the street. Was very helpful and accommodating to a lot of my friends, and that was very, very problematic. So that's the first thing you can do. Second thing that you can do is start looking at your friendships in regards to that beautiful infinity symbol. Now, I still will witness my clients, speak truth to them, share insights, because that's the nature of who I am. So there's actually no capacity for me to be in a friendship without being who I am anyway. So my friends all receive a portion of that from me. The difference is that they're actually capable of giving back to me equally. So I have friends who can witness me, hear me, hold me in love, cheer me, help me to see what I'm not able to see, and hold me to my soul truth. So if you've got people in your life who are reciprocating and giving back to you to that same degree, then that's healthy and wonderful and beautiful. Now, if you are in the giving position and you're continually serving and offering and placating and sharing insight with people, and they're not showing up, serving in support of you, because we've all got blind spots, yeah. We've all got spaces that we're not thriving that well. And as much as we try to all hide them, we all have them. I have them, everyone has them. There's always areas that we've mastered where we're genius, and there's always areas that are tricky and blind spots for us. So really look and reflect on your friendships. Are they reciprocative? Are you receiving back as much as what you give? Okay, so one, make space for who you are in your professional career, like 40 hours a week. We got to have time and space to be who we are. Two, are your friends actually giving back to you equally to what you're giving them? Right. So once you've gone through those first two things, then you're really ready to look at the third thing, which is I've given myself a professional place to be who I am. I know that this friend is not giving back to me in the way that I give to them. And so it's really important to be honest about that. And the reason why we don't is that we don't want to offend and we don't want to upset people. And, we actually want to be, really, really mindful about their feelings and respectful. Unfortunately, when we give too much and our friends aren't giving back to us, they can actually sense the resentment. They can actually sense that bitterness or that we're not being accommodated. And we get really concerned about protecting their feelings while being completely ignorant to our own. And that's just simply not fair. Like if we want to really be considerate to our friends and mindful and accommodating, and we're disregarding our own feelings and disrespecting ourselves, like how is that fair? How is that something that it should be served and supported. So all of my empath clients really, really struggle to accommodate themselves. It's an inherent weakness because we're so good at perceiving the needs of others and accommodating them. Unfortunately, if you aren't as important as everyone else, there's going to be so many problems that you're going to continually face in regards to money, sexual relationships, romantic relationships. Yes, they are different. Parenting relationships. And so it's really important to understand that if you're in a position where you're making other people's needs more important than your own, that really needs to be revised and reconsidered. And I never wanted to self-elevate. It's an empath's fear to be perceived as a narcissist, to be egocentric and self-elevating and make out that we're the center of the universe. So what I encourage everyone to do is just make yourself as important as your dearest friend. Okay, so we're just like here. Okay, we don't want this, but we actually don't want this. If this is us and this is our friend, this is as bad as this. Okay, this is what we're aiming for. And so I'm reflecting this very, very coarsely and very abruptly. But I commonly find with people who struggle with these things like you and I, we know this, but we're not doing anything about it. And I think it's really important to do something about it because sometimes we aren't actually qualifying and quantifying the amount of cost that's involved in that sacrifice. So there is a monetary cost that you're paying every week to not make yourself as important as everyone else. You're paying with your time, you're paying with your energy, and you're playing with your soul level quota. So whether you believe there's a well or a reservoir of energy or life within you or chi, ki, whatever that is, you're actually depleting that. And that's serious, and it has consequences for your health, happiness, well-being, prosperity, abundance. Are you with me? So if we go through all those things and you realize that some people are really not in a place where they can actually reciprocate, you're professionally expressing this, you're realizing that this person is taking more than they're giving, then it's really important to put a bit of space in there and, you know, really leave it for the day if you can, to not message them back, and start to communicate with them more honestly as soon as you can. You know, Sally, I've really been thinking lately that, you know, I've been spending a lot of time with you and I love you so much, but I've realized that in my care and devotion to you as a friend, I've actually been neglecting myself, and I've realized I really need to correct that. So I'm actually going to need to put a little bit of space in between us so that I actually call myself forward into deeper self-care and self-devotion so that I can be a good friend to you, Sally. Okay, so that's a good version. That's a friend you want to keep, okay? Lysa modeling how to keep a good friend. Lysa modeling how to release someone who is you're not wanting to have in your life so much anymore. And I do encourage people to verbalize this. And I know that we want to use the back door and we just want to kind of run away and escape and never face this and talk about it. But what will happen is these people just keep on knocking and they'll keep on coming back, and that's agitating. And so what we normally do as an empath is it will fold, and we'll actually choose to actually go back and accommodate that person over and 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 over. Hey, this is what we do. And if we are over accommodating them, it's actually better just to face up, square it out, and you might meet with them in person, or you might do it over the phone, and you might say, look, gosh, I've just realized so much is changing in my life. I actually need more time and space for myself. So I want to be transparent because I know that this is awkward and uncomfortable, and no one ever likes to talk about it. But I just want to be here and be vulnerable and let you know that I'm just not in a position to be able to spend as much time with you as I wish. And, you know, I wish that wasn't the case. You might, I don't, you know, is that honest? But anyway, I'll put that in there. Okay, it's a bit of cushioning, but I only want you to say it if it's honest and true. And then I want you to actually let them know that you are going to need space, and that, you know, it might be a while before they hear from you, or they might not actually hear from you for quite a long time, as in never. Okay, so, you know, pick your degree of truth, pick your degree of clarity, pick your degree of transparency. But I do advocate, you know, facing this and doing it authentically and honestly, because the more transparency that we have over the tabletop, it actually really, really helps with acceptance. And unless people can hear it and accept it, they're actually going to keep on knocking, and that's actually going to irritate you and take up more energetic time and space for you. Yeah, I didn't expect this to take 10 minutes, but there it is. I hope that that helps that person with that question. I hope that this has been valuable. I am loving my channel. Thank you so much to all the new subscribers. It was like 15 last week. It was like 1 a day, and now it's like 2 a day, 3 a day. And I'm so, so grateful to be gathering with these spiritually gifted heart leaders, the people who really want to make a difference in the world, those who want to deepen into their truth and rise in purpose. I am here committed to that. And I know that it's hard to be committed to that in this world because there's so much that we feel obligated and guilty about doing or not doing. But what I am here to do is I'm here to master my inner realm. I'm here to hold myself to the light that I know. And I'm here to be the best, wife, mother, and individual that I can be. And then let everyone do what they want to do. They're going to do what they're going to do. The world's going to do what it's going to do. But you can make a difference, and that's a substantial difference. And it's a difference that allows me to sleep peacefully at night and gives me deep peace in my heart. So thank you so much for those who are a part of my channel. I'm deeply honored to share this space with you, and I hope that what I'm showing up and offering is insightful and valuable. And even if you disagree with what I share, I hope that it's a perspective you can push off from in order to further clarify your own. So absolutely comment below and tell me what you think. I'm singing 'cause I'm happy. I want to share more on my channel. I'm realizing that with the clients that I serve every week, there's so much that I face on a day-by-day, week-by-week basis, and I really don't have time to put it into blogs or do anything else with the information. So I'm going to be dropping in and doing more live so I can just take a little chunk of information, or sometimes answer a question that a viewer has put on my channel, like a lady did this week, and just be able to drop it in. And I hope these little drop-ins can really help. I know how it feels to feel like I am scared and afraid of myself because of my spiritual gifts. I don't understand myself, my role, my function on the planet. And I've had to, overcome these and go through a process of finding my place, accommodating myself, and I'm thriving. I love my life. I feel deeply blessed to do the work that I do. And I want to take kind of the hard-earned wisdom that's come from engaging with those crunchy bits and pass it on. If I can make your path, smoother, easier, more fluid, that's my greatest heart wish. So thank you so much for being a part of my channel. I'm gushing a bit too much. But please give this a big thumbs up if you do, because imagine if everyone was honest in friendship and actually didn't do the obligatory friendship thing where we just try to help people and gosh, yeah. Anyway, you could make a second income from all the free friend servicing you're doing. Like, what could you do with that second income? So, big love and heart beams to you all. Thank you for being here. And if you want to see more of Empath Lysa beaming in and opening up her heart to convey this truth for your consideration, please subscribe. I would love to see you here if you want to deepen into your truth and rise in purpose. That is my function. Mwah, mwah, mwah. Have a great week. I hope this has been good.